How's it going, you guys? AZPlyo21 back again with another UFC fight night here in our UFC Reborn save here in WMMA 5. And here today we have UFC fight night Costa versus Muniz. So we have Paulo Costa and Andre Muniz, a couple Brazilians going at it in the country of Brazil here today in our main event. Also got Edson Barbosa, Alexander Pantoja, Alexander Volkov. We got Mateus Nicolau also in action today. Next episode is a big one. It's McGregor versus Gaethje, UFC 299. That should be very, very interesting, so be sure to stay tuned for that one as McGregor and Gaethje do battle. Of course, McGregor going to be fighting Chandler soon, even though in this save he's already beaten Chandler, and Gaethje just lost in real life to Max Holloway. Max Holloway in game is on a 2-fight skid, unfortunately. After that, we got Covington versus Gilbert Burns. We've also got UFC 300 coming up. John Jones versus Biggie Boy Rosenstrike for the heavyweight title is the main event of that one. Gane versus Spivak. We've got have they not fought already? No, they did not. Okay. Don't know what happened there. Was it Pavlovich maybe that they fought? I'm not 100% sure. But Chikadze versus Yair Rodriguez. Sergio Pettis versus Umar Nurmagomedov. Kelvin Gastelum versus Jeff Neal. UFC 301 Edwards versus Chimaev. And then UFC Fight Night Tuivasa versus Aspinall. All those have been booked thus far. Still some stuff to kind of clear out with the remaining month of April. That was my last video where I booked all the way up to UFC 302. Yuri Prohaska and Murzakanov is expected to be the main event of that one. Not the greatest pay-per-view, but it is what it is. 303 should be a banger as a result. And let's go ahead and get into it. UFC Fight Night Costa versus Muniz here from Brazil. Appreciate you guys for watching, whether it is on YouTube or Twitch. As always, be sure to like the video, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Missed you guys. Expect to see more videos coming for sure. Rafael Estevam taking on Tagir Ulanbekov at the flyweight division. Couple of very good records on both of them, and it is Estevam with the poor fight, but a unanimous decision nonetheless. Denise Gomez taking on Jillian DeCourcy in the straw weight division. It is Gomez with the TKO victory in round number 3, less than 2 minutes into the final round. She gets her 9th victory of her career. Melquizael Costa taking on Nacho Bahamondes at 155, 20-6 taking on 14-5, and it is Bahamondes, the Chilean fighter, getting the victory here today. Gabriel Santos taking on William Gomez at featherweight, and it is Santos with TKO victory over the French fighter in a fantastic fight. Love to see it. Those guys may have just won themselves 50K. Luan Lacerda taking on Brady Heistand at 135. Heistand, a pretty big underdog to the Brazilian fighter with good reason. Unanimous decision victory for Lacerda here today. 14-2 is now his record. Pauliana Viana taking on Fabiola Padroni at the 115 division. Viana, UFC veteran, she is a huge underdog, but it is not for a bad reason, as Padroni, unanimous decision victory after 3 rounds. Good fight, improves to 8-0, 2-0 in the UFC, having herself quite a nice little tenure in her UFC career. She wants to fight Virna Jandiroba next. Thiago Moises taking on Gabriel Costa at 155. Moises and Costa both Brazilian. It is Moises with the unanimous decision victory, giving Costa, the 21-year-old, the first loss of his career. Leah McCourt versus Evelyn Martins at 145, a pair of rather marketable fighters, we shall say, as it is Martins getting the better of Leah McCourt here today after a unanimous decision victory. Dalton Almeida taking on Austin Lane in our prelim here. Almeida, you know, big heavyweight. He just lost recently. I'm trying to remember who it was too. I think it was Curtis Blades. Curtis Blades getting a big win, but here it is Almeida getting the win over Austin Lane. Rodrigo Nascimento taking on Anatoly Malikin in our final prelim, and a couple other heavyweights going at it. And it is Malikin, the Russian, staying undefeated at 15-0, number 7 in the division, and he just knocked off number 18. So look out for the big Russian. Lorani Santos taking on Ariane Lipski in our first main card fight. Lorani Santos 7-1 in the bantamweight division and gets a split decision victory here today in her UFC debut. Love to see it. Askar Askarov taking on Mateus Nicolau in the flyweight division. A couple of big flyweight contenders, as it is Nicolau getting the unanimous decision here today over the deaf Askar Askarov. Alexander Volkov taking on Ali Isaev in a big heavyweight battle here today. Isaev undefeated at heavyweight, 40 years of age. Volkov, a long tenured UFC veteran, and it is Isaev staying undefeated. Minute and 30 into round number 3, he gets the TKO victory. And you can see there, a UFC debut win and a big one over Volkov. Alexander Pantoja taking on Brandon Raw Dog Royval. Royval, a big favorite in this one. The Coloradan fighter, and with good reason. A TKO over the current in real life flyweight champion. Round number 2 is where he ends it. 17th win of the career of Brandon. Edson Barbosa taking on Ilia Topuria in our co-main event. Topuria, of course, losing to Ortega in the first fight of this save for him. Definitely not the featherweight champion right now. And on the other side, you got Edson Barbosa coming off a win over Jonathan Pierce. Before that, lost to Super Sadiq Youssef. It is our co-main event. Topuria is without a fight team, and it is Topuria with the unanimous decision victory over Edson Barbosa here today. And so a big comeback win for Topuria as we head into our main event of the evening. In the middleweight division, Paulo Costa taking on Andre Muniz. Muniz, number 4 in the division after 2 straight wins. Roman Dolidze, and then Fabian Edwards, former Bellator champion, coming in, and Muniz immediately beating him. On the other side, you have Costa. Big wins, of course, Luke Rockhold, but then he also recently beat Sean Strickland. And so he is looking to make a big event of this as well. It is our main event of the evening in the middleweight division. Let's get it going. Dan Miragliotta on hand. Muniz coming forward. I mean, Costa, he's a big puncher. Can't imagine. Already a cut under the eye of Muniz. That is not good, as Costa looks to be a bit more aggressive. Big right hand just avoided. Muniz drives a knee into the stomach. Costa trying to intimidate his opponent a little bit. Vicious right hand lands. Punching right hook lands for Costa. Cut is being checked, and it is apparently all good. Can't imagine that Costa loses this one with how the first round has gone. Although if Muniz can get it to the ground, you know how good he is with the jiu-jitsu. We saw what he did to Jacare. Costa blocking a takedown attempt. Costa trying to take him down now. As round 1 comes to a close, Costa apparently takes it. Costa looking to attack. Nice right hook to the ribs. Landed on Muniz. But Costa's starting to get tired in round number 2. That is insane. Muniz able to grab him. Controlling him up against the cage. And he gets a trip. He's going to look to immediately get a Kimura. Costa blocks it. Side control now for Muniz. Trying to get the hooks in. Minute 45 left to go. Rear naked choke attempts. Can't get it. Final minute of the round. It looks like Muniz trying again for the rear naked choke. Can't get it. I imagine he's probably going to win this round after the lengthy time on the ground. It's one apiece. Good fight thus far. And Costa, remember, getting tired already with how aggressive he's been. Immediately, Costa gets pulled up against the cage. Takedown attempt. Costa pulls guard. Muniz now on top halfway through round number 3. If Costa's already tired and gassed and Muniz is just going to take him down and lay on him, we can see how the rest of the fight is going to go, seemingly. No good on that takedown. Again, looking for it. Does not work. Minute left to go. Man, this man is just spamming these takedown attempts. Muniz getting a little bit tired now. Straight right lands hard. Another straight right landed there for Costa. Right hook to the ribs. Round 3 comes to a close. They say Muniz took that one. So 2 rounds to 1 seemingly for Andre Muniz as we head into the main event rounds. Costa super tired, it seems. Muniz going for a takedown. He can't get it. Leg kick is caught by Muniz. cannot get the takedown, luckily, for Costa there. A couple lazy kicks that Muniz just grabbed. Muniz shoots. Costa looking exhausted. Right hook lands for Costa. Up against the cage. Costa takes a foot stomp. Round 4 comes to a close. They think it's 2-2. We'll see as we head into our 5th and final round of our main event. Muniz able to get Costa up against the cage. This would be a huge win for Andre Muniz. Takedown attempts, and he gets it. Side control. Halfway through the 5th and final round. Armbar attempt. No good. Halfway through round number 5 already. Takes his back. Costa giving him his back. Can't get the hooks in, but he is on top, and it's seemingly where he's going to end the fight. Rear naked choke attempt does not go. They think Muniz took the final round. So seemingly 3-2 is what the scorecards are going to read. All judges have given their scores. Uh-oh, it's a split decision, guys. Cardo Urso scores at 48-47 Costa. Nelson Hamilton scores at 48-47 Muniz. And Marcos Rosales scores at 48-47 for your winner by split decision, Andre Muniz. Rated as a good fight here in our main event. Praises Costa for his skill and toughness. So a good fight there between two very evenly ranked fighters. Number 4 beats number 7. Love to see it. Not too many in attendance here in Brazil. No popularity changes or nothing like that. We had a fantastic fight on the prelims. So Gabriel Santos and William Gomez will win $50K apiece. And then let's go ahead and take a look. No knockouts necessarily. But we'll give Malakin a nice little bonus. And then we'll give Roy Val a bonus here in his debut. Love to see it. Nice little $76,000 loss. It is what it is. Highest paid fighters: Edson Barbosa, Alexander Volkov, and Brandon Roy Val. Appreciate you guys. Whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, as always, be sure to stay tuned. We got McGregor and Gaethje coming up next in the next episode. I'm AZPlow21, and I will see you guys at the fights.